Welcome to an unboxing by RP Gamepire, and if you guessed it, it is the League of Infamy, and it makes me think of that old movie there with Sean Connery not too long ago, who passed away, with the movie with Extraordinary Gentleman or something like that. Just makes me think of something like that, and Mantic made this game. And Mantic has made Kings of War, Dungeon Saga, which I had Dungeon Saga, but it's not something that I could get into. I just the quality or something like that wasn't so great. But they came out with Hellboy, which I went heavily into, and it was amazing. Overall, I'm very pleased with Mantic. Mantic to me is another company just like Warhammer. They seem to, and some of the employees there have come from Game Workshop, and they pretty much have gone heavily into this creation of their own fantasy world, RPG world. And I have to say, this also plays somehow. This characters play out, and the storyline plays out with these characters within the realm and the lore of Kings of War. So that makes it more and more interesting and lovable because you kind of get the mix of lore. Yeah, obviously Hellboy is one separation. This game, kind of with the title and also with what it does, the dungeon crawler where it pays to be bad, it reminds me of something that you should check out called Village Attacks. I don't remember who exactly makes that board game, which I have, and we will get it at some point on the table. But more importantly, it's just something familiar where you play the villains, and the villains are kind of semi-heroic, you can say. Now, I have to say, I love the art. Look at that. Now, that's obviously the people. I mean, the goody two shoes that you're gonna fight against, which are the elves, as you could see by the artwork. And this comes from, again, Kings of War kind of artwork and lore, and that's amazing. And I love that when they present their own lore and world, it makes it more lovable, I guess you could say. And I love this character. Look at that. Look at her. Well, I'm impressed. Now if we go to the back, and the back, it pretty much says you have 6 villains. Well, pretty much those are the 6 characters you're going to play with. And you have Drakon 1, which I think is the super big boss, and you have 28 defenders. You have 6 punch boards, 13 dice. Okay, and talking about dice, I went about, and I always do, and I buy their extra dice, so special dice. And you never know when you got extra friends and extra hands, the extra dices always play good. So I got that too. And now there's also 232 cards and one rule book. Well, it always needs a rule book, and I like the layout. The only thing I am worried about, if from experience of Dungeon Saga, which has been a while ago, the board isn't as good quality, into the standard of today board games, etc. So let's see how they present this one. Hopefully it is much better, because I have to say Hellboy was very good quality. League of Infamy is a dastardly dungeon crawler for up to 5 players. Take your pick from a rogues gallery of misfits, ne'er-do-wells, and villains before embarking on a disgraceful mission to sneak into an elven keep. Well, like I said, seems like it was elven, and it is elven. Play through a replayable narrative campaign to learn powerful new skills and hunt down valuable loot, which you'll need to tackle the mighty bosses that stand in your way. I think there's only one boss, really. Includes 2 modes of play. I like that already now. That's interesting. In 1 versus many, and you can step into the shoes of the courageous keep master to take on the villains, or play cooperatively against the AI controlled unseen keep master. Either way, you'll find it's a good to be bad, and I like that, being bad. So let's unwrap this and see what its content is. So let's open this box together, and let's see what the content is. Ooh, I like it. I like it. I like it. Just looking at it, it's so beautiful to look at. And look at that. That's the rule book. And let's see how the rule book presents itself. Ooh, there's a story. I already like that. But then again, the lore pretty much from Kings of War. So this is very, very nice. And look at that, they draw up the components, and the components look magnificent. Look at that. So this is the champions and defenders. Ooh, and this is the villains. Okay, I wish they came painted. That would be something phenomenal in my opinion. But there you go, you could see the board, the components, and this is just amazing. Content. And basic concepts. Their written a rule book is very well done, intriguing, and they come from a background, as I said, Game Workshop, who has always written rule books in a very, very good format. And I have to say, let's go on here. Look at this artwork. I like to stop by and look at the artwork, but the rule book looks very, very good. Special rules, and then in the back, I believe, standalone games, raid scenarios. They give you scenarios. It looks like there is about, if I had to say, 63 pages. And look at that in the back of the book. I don't know if you see that. See, look at that. The juvenile dragon pick. Okay. And that's the drakon handler. And that's the end elven links. Oh boy. Adult drakon. The master hunter. Elven lord on drakon. Ooh. And that's Melinitha Arvelt. You see, I hope this is not a one-off run, because then it kind of kills the whole spirit of it. This is the Hunter of the Wild, Glade Stalker, Tall Spear. This is the heroic characters and creatures, you know, saber-looted lynx. And there's one of the characters, Sharp Claw, Good Pillar, and Winda. I am impressed. Yeah, I am very, very impressed. And I like it. Okay. So this is the rule book. Now the next thing is, this is the cards of, I guess, the enemies, or I should say the goody two-shoes, because you're the villains, right, in this case. So Elf, Kindred, Scout, Champion. I don't know what this does. There's dices here. This is a new format, and this format I'll show you later at some point when we get into it, or you look at my old videos of, it's called Joan Arc, you know, so it's the Time of Legends, Joan Arc, and we have the video like that, but you should check it out. And this is just a format of the cards, but much bigger, a layout presentation of the dice, and I guess they symbolize something. Skills are right here, and I like that. There's a story in the back also, you know, starting Flinkton, Pistol, Saber, so it tells you what the characters start with. You know, this is very, very interesting, and something very, very neat. I'm very, very impressed. So let's open it up and see more of what type of characters or villains there is. So we have the Master Hunter, and in the back, champion card. All right. Okay. So let's do it like that. Then we have another goody two-shoe, saber-tooth larynx. All right. Another champion card. We have the adult drakon. Look at that. We have the drakon hunter. We have the elven lord on drakon. Interesting. Now, one of the characters, Sharp Claw, Gut Pillar. I like that. A lot of white dice. I'm not that happy. And then you got Gloom, Slit and Creep. I like that. More white dice. And you got the story in the background, and it tells you what, I guess, equipment they start with, as you could see in the back. And once we start playing this, you're gonna get to know them better. Karzel, a Runesbane. Ooh, interesting. I like that. Velantha Arveld. Again, they're all rolling white dices. Nobody's special. And story, and she starts with Cruel Blade and Blood Bond. Lythil Bleakheart. She can break your heart. And the last but not least, Muindaji. And Nice. Very, very nice. Alright, so that does for that. And that's the characters or villains and their card. Now this is the tiles. But we're going to go into this right now quickly. We're going to show what it is, but you know what? I'm going to open this up and I'm actually going to show you what the tiles look like. Alright, so let's see the tiles and how they present themselves. And this is one tile, and again it's components. I have to say they're not of the best. I mean, they're good quality. I love the artwork and everything, but I feel they're very flimsy and thin in compared to a lot of stock that I'm used to. If you look at that, you see it's very, very thin. I don't think you see it well, but I feel that it's very, very thin. So let's go to the next style. And this is the next components. And I think this is to measure, I guess, distance or line of sight and everything. That's the back of it. So this is the front of it. You got tables and everything, components. And that's a tile set, artwork. And it's two-sided. Only makes sense. And look at that. These are the components. Again, the tiles, yeah, they're not the greatest of quality of tiles. I just don't feel their thickness or their, I mean, I love the artwork, but I just feel that there's something with it. I can't explain it well, but when I compare it to the other tile sets that I've played on, but again, they're still playable, they're still nice, they're okay quality. Nothing to complain. The boards are, look, they're kind of solid. And they're not bent, which is very, very good. So there's not that many, in a sense, tiles or components in this. So let's see the next thing. This is something we'll get to later. So we have here what kind of cards. Let's see. Vengeance. Flip this card when you suffer 4 or more damage from the defender's attack. Okay. And this 0. This room contains 4 juvenile drakons and 4 drakon eggs. Oh boy. Juvenile drakons roll an additional white die when attacking villains who are standing in this room. Okay. So this is the kind of cards that is. And this one, I guess, coin purse. Common. It's worth 2. Okay. And then you got this one. Closest to villain entry. Before any defenders are activated, add 3 alarm tokens to the defender pool. Disorder cards. Ooh, the League of Infamy. Okay. Keep cards. These are unexpected offense. Each defender that can't do so makes a fight action. The turncoat chooses the order in which these actions are resolved. Ooh, you can betray your allies. I like that. So, let's see what's under there. What's hiding under there? Ooh, we got something hiding there. I like that. Okay. Oh, there's nothing there in a sense, making sure. Okay, so let's put that back down. Alright, so let's see this components in a sense of, let's see this creatures. And I have to say, ooh, look at that. I don't know if you see it that well. Look at that. Now, it would be beautiful to paint it, but I gave the painting a long time ago. It would be beautiful to have someone able to paint that for me, but not gonna happen. So, look at the character. This is one of the characters. I don't know if you see it that well. Look at that. So beautiful, well defined. And I love it. It doesn't come with assembly. The Kings of War and Game Workshop. I know this is a big discussion and argument that, hey, the quality, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? I like to get just into the game, you know, hence what I buy it for. But I know there's a lot of amazing collectors out there, awesome collectors and painters, and I give you kudos for being able to be so patient and to be able to put it together and assemble it. But either ways, I gotta say, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful miniatures. I give them total kudos. Look at that. League of Infamy. Oh, I don't know if it looks like a head of a... Yeah, it looks like a wolf. Oh, I'm impressed. And last but not least, look at that. She is impressed. And this, to whoever who paints, wow. This is going to look something really awesome and beautiful. Now, last but not least, there's this box, which I think will have the components of all the villains, the enemies' goody two-shoes. So let's see how these components are and what is in there. Ooh, well, well, well. What do we have here? So, we have more dice, obviously. Alright, so that just adds to the dices that I already got. And there's 2 miniatures in here. And let's see, I believe they're the 2 other characters, because there's supposed to be 6 villains. Okay, I know it sounds kind of awkward, but the villains are the heroes in this one. And look at that. Oh, his head fell off. Is it me, or is there a head missing? Oh well. He's going to be the headless runner. Or maybe it's supposed to be like this. I need to verify, but this doesn't make sense. But I think he is lacking in a head. Oh boy. That sucks. Alright. And then you got this one. Who has his head? This dwarf gunner. Look at him. Firing at all pistons. Look at that. Look at that. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I love him. Little backpack. Everything. But that's just amazing. Just except for the headless chicken there. But that's a different thing. So let's see some more of this components, miniatures that we can see in the box. Alright. Alright. These are some of... Ooh, I like that. If you're a painter, this is something awesome to paint. And then you got this one. An archer. I don't know if you see it. We found Legolas. Alright. So this is this. Let's go and see a little bit more of the type of villains. So let's look into here. At some point I think the enemies are just the same. Ooh, we got the longbow one. Again, this comes from the Kings of War lore, so it's just beautiful to look at it come alive. When I say come alive, meaning you don't have to paint it or assemble it. Look at that. Alright. Oh, we got a mini baby Drake. Look at that. Yeah. Alright. Alright, buddy. Look like a Trent walking. And... oh, I don't want to fight this little creature. Look how so cute he is. I don't know if you see it. I think there's different versions of the Drake or something like that. Look at that. I really like it. Really, really impressed. And the components are amazing. Can't wait to get this going. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. All right, so that does for that. And let's put this all back, and we're going to go for the next box because it came with more components. Now, I believe this was an extra campaign book or something. Primavontar Pilgrim, League of Infamy, Primavontar. Okay, and if you look in the back, wow, I love the artwork. Love the artwork. And if you open it up, ooh, little news clips. Again, the lore comes beautifully together, and I can't wait for this to unfold. So Kickstarter extras, it talks about that, the wandering monsters. Again, their manual is so well written, and there's different scenarios, as you could see, added scenarios in the book. So you got the Iron Beast, oldest trick in the book, says a little snippet, which I love. You know, and then you got the Wandering Beast introductions, and you got other scenarios, other creatures that we didn't see yet, but we're gonna probably see in the next box. New defenders and champions. Look at that. Elven Mage, your Master Burglar. You got the Mercenary Guard. Wow, wow, wow. Dungeon Saga villains. Okay, so we haven't seen Thondark, Dranknock, Morbidus. This kind of other. Ooh, I'm impressed. Look at that. Look at this. Again, go check Villains Attack and Village Attacks. And this, oh, story. I love this. Pilgrim Missions. Okay, Scenario 1. Scenario 2. Okay, this is very, very interesting. And again, look at that. Look at that. So this is beautiful and something of a keeper. And obviously, it's just going to add to what the game has to offer. So this is the other box, which is a bigger box, by the way, than the original core box. And you can see it's a Kickstarter backer box. And look at that. I love this. Well done. Well done. Ooh, you got one of the villains here. Okay. And let's see on the other side. Who do we have? And that is even another one that we haven't seen yet. So that's very, very nice. So now looking at the back, well, look at that. Look at those new type of villains that you may have, or goody two-shoes. Okay, the League of Infamy Kickstarter box contains tons of new content and fantastic Mantic miniatures for your games and dastardly fun. Mantic, well done. This box contains a host of new villains to use in your games. I love that. And the Siren's Wraith Trident Realm expansion with new models, game boards, and tokens and cards. Ooh, you make me all excited. The No Half Measure Halfling expansion with new models, game boards, tokens, and cards. Rules and models of Wandering Beasts. New rules, new things going on. I like that. New cards for your villains to earn impressive sounding titles. Ooh, titles. Call me badass. Okay. Models and missions for the mighty Nooker, fearsome Cavern Dweller, and the awesome Halfling Iron Beast, and more. I like it. Let's open this up and let's see what it has to offer. So without delay, let's open it up and see this amazing unboxing of the extra components. Ooh, I like it already. No half measure. Look at that artwork. She is one amazing halfling. Ugly looking elf halfling. Alright. And look at that. Story as it is. She looks so cute here. Alright. And the story introduction, raid scenarios. And again, more scenarios. I love that. I love that. I'm looking at these 30 different scenarios here. And I like that. Variety. And each one have their stories. And that's, oh, look at that. You got the different kind of halfling. You got this sorcerer. That's so cute. Instead of sorcerer is sorcerer because she's, oh my god. Game hunter, greedy guts, steward on guardhound, feastmaster, store guard, undercook, and steward. I love that. They have a sense of humor, and I love that. Okay, well done. Now we got the Siren's Wrath. Ooh, look at that. Look at this troll, ugly looking troll. Okay, let's see this. Ooh, look at this amazing pig. Look at that. How she is. Introduction. I am impressed by this so much. And in the end, they never cease to amaze you, Mantics. Look at that. The Nokin, the Placordin, the Pond Warden, River Guard, Death Horror Eternal, and Giga Hatchling, and Sirenkin. I just am impressed. And you got more scenarios in here. Ooh. And you got more characters. And I think this ones were out of Kickstarter specials, and this one is from the main. So let's see this one. This one, champion cards. I don't know if there's one or two. And let's see if that is the case. We're gonna see if there's one or two of this. Oh, there's two in there. So we take that out. And look at that, greedy guts. I have to say I'm very, ooh. Feastmaster, Sorcerer. I am just impressed with it. Champion cards. Nobody wants to be your friend anymore. Everybody wants to be a champion. Alright. Look at that. And Death Horror Eternal. Oh my god. Look at that ugly looking thing. Well done, Mantics. I really like it. It's a thing of beauty to look at. So let's open this up and see. Ooh, more characters. See, Blaine, Instigator-in-Chief. I like that. Thunder Cannon, Privileges of Rank, Killer Reputation. I love it. Okay, so let's see what this has. Well, let's see. We got Garka the Rowdy. Character, I like that. We got the Bosun. I like that. Another character. And Tin Can Crink. I love the name convention. It's a very nice. And the Mop-Up. Okay. A villain card. Okay. The Mother Infernal. Ooh, we got a lot of characters here we could choose from now. Allay the Stalker. Okay. Barthas Crow. Ooh. Iron Beast. Champion. That looks scary. Knocker. And we got the Cave Dweller. Shredding Betty. Look at that. Betty. He's a character. I like that. The Beast of Wolfkirk's Deep. Ooh, there's two-sided. Wait a minute. This, and you got this. Other wolf. Okay, I think they turn into each other. Dark Skull the Cursed. Ooh. Chitter Twitchtail. A lot of characters here. Blaine. I'm impressed. Wow, this makes me think more and more of the village attacks, but it must be superly different. And here is more tiles. More tiles. Okay, we're gonna move on. We're just gonna show that there's this. We got the Undercook card, and I guess there's the enemy cards. Keep setup cards, and you got more cards. Alarm doors. Keep cards. And probably they're mixed with something else in there. And then there's the new upgrade cards, new villains. I like that. Keep cards. I like that. And we got a big set of cards. A horned helm. I like that. An item gear. And we got killer reputation. We have the trident. Alright. And okay. Once we play, we're gonna know more of these cards. Tasty apple pie. Eat to heal 4 damage. Love apple pie. Alright. Now let's see what's under there. Ooh, oh la 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 la. Okay. And what do we have here? This is more miniatures. And I think there's lots and lots of miniatures here. And let me show you some of them quickly. Kind of bent, but he'll poke you like this. which is fine with me. I don't usually, a lot of people don't like it, but to me it doesn't break the game, you know, except for the headless, you know, character there, but we'll live with that. Ooh, look at the Drake. I'm very, very impressed. Very, very impressed. And let's see what this is. Ooh, another Trent look like. Okay, so we got a lot of, you know, copies of the characters. Let's see one more bag. Let's see what this components consist of. Ooh, something big. I don't know what this ugly looking thing is, but probably a villain, yeah. He's one of the characters, like, or maybe not. The wolf. Ooh, I like it. And then he turns to this little flimsy guy. I like that. The wolf becoming the flimsy little guy. Let's see. Camera is not that focused. Sorry about that. There you go. You see him better there. All right. And we got this character. Ooh. And last but not least, you got this one. The only thing I have as an issue is they don't make it so subtle and obvious the separation of discoloration of between the villains and the goody tissues, meaning that, okay, you know that there's a lot here, there's a lot, and I'm not going to go through all of them per se, but it would be nice if they kind of separated the color tones of it and everything like that, but that's okay. Now let's see here. I like how they put it up. But let's see how this beautiful, I think this came from here. All right. Look at that. If you're a painter, you're going to have a great time with this. While you paint, I'll keep busy with the storyline in the game. But wow. I'm very, very impressed. All right. Look at this one. Look at this ugly looking. Makes me think of, you know the movie The Great Wall? The creatures there. If you ever check it out. It's kind of very similar. But amazing. Look at that. Wow. Paint this one. I am the great devil. I summoned. And then this is just something epic. Look at this. This is something epic. Wow. I'm very, very impressed. This is the most epic. I mean, I've seen a lot of great miniatures, but this is something epic. And okay, and putting it back in should not be that difficult. All right, well done. And then this goes like this, and we will see now the final opening of some boxes. So last but not least, I bought extra Cavern Dweller, a Halfling Iron Beast, Elf Lord on Drakon, and a Knucker. So all of these components you've seen before, but just to show you how one of them is, I'm going to select from all of them the Cavern Dweller just to see what is the content within it. But this is all the components that was available to purchase for the League of Infamy, and we are going to be infamous. So when you open the box, it's nothing there, no cards, no nothing, but you get another one. As we know, we've seen this one, and pretty much very, very impressive for a Cavern Dweller. Alright, so we have extra one of this, which is phenomenal. Kind of make it harder for the villains to get to what they need to do. Thank you for watching the unboxing. Sorry that it's a little bit long of an unboxing, but so many components, and I like to present them as best as I possibly can. So I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you and good night.